If you're a pharma brand manager, you know this feeling. Your brand is solid, the science is there, it is credible, it is established, and yet somehow it still gets overlooked. So today we are diving into a powerful playbook designed to fix that exact problem. How to take your brand from just being an option to becoming the automatic go-to choice. This is the question that can really keep you up at night, right? You've done everything you're supposed to do. You have the specialist's trust, the data is great, you've built all that credibility. So why? Why does your brand get lost in the shuffle right at that critical moment of truth when a doctor is making a recommendation? Well, there is a name for this phenomenon, and it is called the drift. Think about it like this, a song, you like the song, but when someone asks you to name your favorite artists, that one just does not pop into your head. You've not rejected it, it is just not top of mind. That is what's happening to your brand. It is not a failure of credibility, it is a failure of recall. And this drift, this sort of mental static, it has real painful consequences. It is not one big thing, it is a slow erosion of your brand's position. It happens right where it matters most, in the clinic, with every single patient consultation. This is the cumulative impact of just not being there in the moment. This quote right here absolutely nails the problem. See, being known in the market is one thing, but being wired into a clinic's daily decision-making process, that is the whole game. If you're not inside that recall loop, then when it really counts, you're pretty much invisible. So this drift leads to 4 huge problems. First, you get weak default formation. The doctor has to consciously redecide every single time. Second, your brand becomes interchangeable, even if it is way more credible. Third, you lose that amazing compounding effect of recall over time. And fourth, and this is the real kicker, you never achieve that golden status as the default choice. Alright, so that is the problem. It is subtle, it is costing you, and it is frustrating. So how do we fight back? What should our actual strategic objective be? The real objective here is not just more awareness, it is something way more powerful, default formation. We are talking about making your brand the effortless automatic answer. It is about strategically rewiring the doctor's internal process from, which brand should I choose? To, of course, I am choosing this one. It becomes a shortcut. So how do we build this default? Well, it is not about just throwing more money at the problem. It is about a systematic, clinic-centered framework that is specifically designed to build brand stability and lock in that coveted default status. And here it is. The solution is actually this elegant, powerful 3-step process. First, you standardize the choice, then you anchor the behavior, and through sheer repetition, you achieve default status. Let us break down what each of these really means. But first, a really important clarification. Let's be super clear. This playbook is not about increasing category usage. So for example, it's not about convincing a doctor to prescribe an omega-3. No, they've already made that clinical decision. This is all about making sure that when they do, your brand is the one they automatically name. Okay, step 1, standardize. This is all about creating a simple, consistent way for specialists to name your brand. It's not about giving them a script or telling them what to say. It's about giving them a clear, easy-to-use phrase or tool that makes it effortless for them to communicate the preference they already have. Step 2 is anchor. This is where you physically embed your brand into the clinic's workflow. It could be something as simple and low-tech as a branded prescription pad or a patient info sheet that reinforces that specific brand choice. This is what prevents that choice from getting lost the second the patient walks out the door. And finally, step 3, default. Now, when you combine that standardized language with those consistent physical anchors, something really powerful starts to happen. Repetition takes over. Your brand just becomes the automatic top-of-mind choice. It's no longer an active decision. It becomes a clinical reflex. So that's the what. Now for the exciting part, the how. Because this isn't just a cool theory, it's a practical blueprint with a really clear operating logic that you can actually put into action. The entire system is powered by this simple, beautiful loop you see here. Decision leads to naming, which drives repetition. The doctor makes the clinical decision, your system provides the standardized naming for that decision, and the clinic's workflow drives the repetition. That right there is the engine that builds your default. And this is how you build that engine. The playbook comes with a whole toolkit of modules. You've got doctor education that aligns your brand name with those key outpatient moments. You've got a patient microsite to cut down on any confusion later. There's a referral layer, just simple, unbranded sites to maintain continuity, and the field role is minimal. It's focused on a one-time setup, not constant selling. Of course, if you're going to use a new strategy, you need a new way to measure success. We have to move past just tracking surface-level stuff like impressions. We're talking about measuring deep integration into the actual clinical workflow. And this measurement framework is simple and it's powerful. We track leading indicators like how many clinics actually turn the system on to see the uptake. Then we look at behavioral proxies. Are doctors repeatedly sharing the tools to confirm it's really being integrated? And the ultimate outcome, a measurable jump in spontaneous recall, which proves you're becoming the default. This final quote just captures the soul of this entire playbook. True market leadership isn't about having the loudest voice. It's about becoming the effortless, obvious choice so that the decision doesn't have to be remade over and over every single time. So I'll leave you with this one question. Take a hard look at your brand and your current strategy. Is it just another choice on the table, always at risk of being forgotten in the drift? Or are you actively and very intentionally building it to become the default? Because the answer to that question, well, it could change everything.